Warning, this channel does contain nuts.
Hello, welcome back. I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks for Red Dead Online. This is going to be for new players, but also some advanced players may not know a few of these tricks. So watch the video, and if it helps, smash the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. So the first one is, if you hold left on your D-pad, it will bring up your catalogue. From here, if you stay in the catalogue, you will never get kicked, and from the catalogue you can purchase stuff like ammo. If you want to bulk buy, then hold X and it will buy the whole stack of ammo. From your camp you can craft certain items. This will be a lot cheaper than buying them from shops. If you get big game meat and mix it with a mint herb, you can craft minty big game, and this gives you gold health cores. If you want gold stamina cores, you mix big game meat with oregano, and then if you want a gold deadeye core, you mix big game meat with creeping thyme herb, and this will give you all gold cores for your player. You can also craft horse meal for your horse, and this will give your horse gold cores also. If you want to AFK fast travel on your horse, you just mark a place on the map like I've done right here, and then all you have to do is, whilst running on your horse, go into cinematic mode. On the PS4 this is holding down the touchpad, and then what you do is you'll keep running in that direction by holding X, and then your horse will just follow that trail. You can hit this options button to bring up your map, and you can watch your horse, but be careful as players will still be able to shoot you, and bandits also can ambush you. Don't forget to use the crafting to your advantage. These are good health tonics and they are cheap as well. You can craft a lot of these in your satchel, and then you can use them whilst being shot at by NPCs or even other players. This one only takes 1 ginseng and 1 yarrow, and it's pretty good tonic to use. Obviously the 3-star tonics are the best, but they cost a little bit more material. This was the horse meal I was talking about, and if you feed this to the horse, he will have a gold health and stamina, and that will last for about a day. It's good for long journeys. But if you want to keep your stamina up on your horse while you're running, if you look at my cores, you'll notice them go up every now and then, and that is because I am tapping the L3 button. So when I am running on my horse, I'm always tapping L3, and for some reason this does generate a little bit of stamina towards my horse, so he will never run out of stamina on long distances. For you new players, a good way of earning money if you haven't unlocked many roles yet is just buy a fishing rod, and I'll show you where to buy one and what bait to use. If you hit down on your D-pad, it will show you what kind of thing you are fishing in. This is a lake. There is rivers and swamps also. So if you want the big fish, you'll need a special lake lure or a special river lure, depending on where you're fishing. And if you want the smaller ones, you just use the standard lake or river lures. A special spinner will get you most other fish. If you use your hunter vision, this will highlight the fish in the area, so you will know which ones to go for. I will show you some big fish locations, and that can reel you in some big money, excuse the pun, but it's pretty easy, effective way to earn some money for you low level players. So let's just throw this one back. He can live to fight another day. So if I bring up my map, to buy yourself a fishing rod, you want to head on over to the grass, and there is a fast travel if you want, and there's a bait shop where you can purchase one. You should be able to buy one from your catalogue also, and then just collect it from your post office. But there is some big fish in this area near Van Horn, but it's not that great as there is no close butcher. So other locations of big fish with butchers close by is near the dam here in Strawberry, and you can just catch them and bring them back to the butcher in Strawberry. or you can head over to Blackwater where there's a butcher table, and you can pick up some big fish in this spot or this spot here, but I think the spawn changes to this spot mostly in Blackwater. And then if you head on up to Valentine, there's a butcher, so you could fast travel to the post office. And then if you would just want to head up to where it says Dakota River just south right here, then you can fish some big fish and run them back to the butcher in Valentine. It's a nice quick way of earning some money for you new players. If you want some good accurate bullets that will gain you extra XP on kills, then you can craft these split point ammo at your camp. It's nice and easy to do so. You just need standard bullets and you can craft them, and then you can buy some more from your catalogue and collect them at your camp. Also, you can warn other players that are around you. Just aim your gun and tap up on the D-pad and then fire a shot off to warn other players. If you want to reverse your horse or your carriage, then all you got to do is stop and then tap R1 and then hold down R1. This will send your horse walking backwards, and it's more effective if you are on a wagon and you're in a tight spot, you just want to reverse out of it. You can avoid hitting trees, and this is a bit of a miracle. This is definitely worth a thumbs up. Just don't steer with the left stick. Just hold down the X button to run on your horse, and don't touch the steering thumbstick, and you should avoid all trees and rocks. That's definitely worth a subscribe, that one. If you see smoke in the distance, there is definitely fire in the distance. So yeah, we just want to follow that smoke. These are random encounters. They could also be gang hideouts, but you will earn a bit of money and XP if you go discover them and you do what's needed. This is a moonshine one, and it's literally just 2 moonshiners, and all you have to do is take them out and then make sure you loot your enemies for a good bit of, well, I wouldn't say good bit of cash, but it all adds up nonetheless. You'll get other items from them, but make sure you search the chest of the moonshiners ones, because here is where I found my poison poppy moonshine recipe. So I'll be crafting one of those bad boys up later. You can change your mini-map, or you can turn it off completely like this. And you can also make it regular, how it is normal, or put it into compass mode, but I like mine to have it expanded. This gives me a detail of what's around me, like enemies. They will show up a lot more if it's expanded. You can also change your settings. I recommend the ones I have, so if you just want to copy the ones I have, I won't go into great detail. I've made a video on this before if you want to check it out. But standard first person shooter basically means you're swapping the X button with the L3 button on PS4. So what that does is I can now crouch with X instead of tapping it to run. This frees up my right thumb, so I can look around the map while sprinting by tapping the L3 button in. So all I have to do is toggle the L3 button, so push it in once, and I can sprint around whilst looking with my right thumbstick. This makes for things a lot easier, especially in your PvP matches, or just taking out random NPCs. I'll just show you a quick demonstration of this right now. So I can sprint and aim and crouch quite effectively without stopping and then looking. So if you go to online options, there's many things you can do. You can turn your social matching off, so people can't really join in on you. You can change different emotes and walking styles and greetings, stuff like this. If you want to check all this out, I won't run through it all, but go into defensive mode. This This really puts you on a low state on the map, so players can't really see you, and also they won't do a lot more damage to you. So if you just like playing them in defensive and getting immersive with the world, then do that by all means. You can also change your appearance. If you go in there and take a look but don't actually change nothing, it won't cost you no money, but if you change something, it will cost you. Paint It Black is an awesome ability card. It's a good one to use at the beginning, and it's great for shooting down pigeons or painting targets to shoot for headshots. Slippery Bastard's a good one for avoiding getting shot. You'll unlock that later on. Fool Me Once is a pretty good ability card to have also. It depends on your style, and this is for a whole nother video, to be honest. Iron Lung is also a good one. You'll take less damage depending on your stamina, and Stranger Medicine is pretty much a health card, and every time you generate some damage you generate some health back. But you can have a play of these or look up some more videos on your playstyle. If you bring up this items quick menu, you can select your catalogue, you can craft items, or you can set your camp location from this quick menu. And if you click on the nearest one or the top one, that will spawn in the camp closest to your location. So I'll show you quickly on the map. This camp is set up nice and close to me. Simple as that, when it works, that is. If you go onto player from the options menu, click on your player, it will show you a lot of different stats. You can look through these to get a better idea of how your player is doing. But if you click on general, and then what you want to do is you've got an overview. But if you go to weight, if you are overweight, then this will give you a better damage resistance, so you will take less damage, but it also zaps more stamina, so bear that in mind if you want to be overweight. But it is the way to go for me. I kind of like taking less damage, even though I get zapped of my stamina a little bit quicker, but most of the time you're riding around on your horse anyway, so that doesn't really affect you too much. So just have a little look on what you want to be, overweight or underweight, and see what better stats you're going to get. If we go into progress here, it gives you your club rewards and your outlaw pass unlocks. You can go into roles to check out what roles you have and what rank you are. You can go to awards, and I'll show you some good awards on what you can get, because if you max these out to gold rewards, you can reset them and collect a little bit of gold nuggets each time, and there are some easy ones to do. So you've got like the sharpshooter, and right there it says reset award, so I can do that and get 40 gold nuggets, I think the payout is at the moment. This can vary though. So I'll reset this one and I'll show you some more easy ones to get. So in the hunting one, if you go to kill 2 animals with 1 explosive and just dynamite fish, that's an easy one to get. Another easy one is collecting herbs and selling them to a doctor. And then once you max them out, you can reset them and then do them all again. You can do that 10 times. If you go into story missions, this is a good way to get started for you new players, and just tick off the story missions. You will earn a good bit of money XP. If you click hold right on the D-pad, you will get your satchel. Here you can discover your food items and collectibles, and also a good lot of treasure maps. You can unlock these every 5 levels, or you can find them on random trees. I have a video, so check the playlist out on my channel. It's the 28 locations of treasure maps on trees, and also treasure hunters, where you can acquire these maps nice and easy. If you clean your weapon like this, you just got to hit R3 on your weapon on that wheel, and you can clean it to maximise the stats again. because over time the stats do degrade. Also in your satchel you can find other items like craftables, provisions. This is where you can eat your minty big games if you've cooked some of those up, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Various other items. You can jump to NPC's horses and take them off and take that horse for yourself. You can also loot these horses, and I'll show you later in the video. There's some wagons you can loot also to get a good bit of provisions out of them. And if you get a wanted level, if you want to lose that wanted level, I'll show you a quick tip on that too. I'm trying to cram as many as I can in a shorter video. So basically if you get a wanted level, all you basically have to do is hit left on the D-pad, and then this will bring up a menu. I'm just getting the wanted level on me. So if you hit left on the D-pad, go to online options and then respawn. This will get rid of the wanted level and you won't have to pay for it or nothing. You can also hitch your horse up, and to do that, if you look at the floor and hold triangle on PS4, it hitches it to the floor. And then once your NPC horse is hitched up, he shouldn't run off, you can loot him. If the ears are pointed forward, he's friendly, but if they point back, they get aggressive and kick you down to the floor. But it's really hit or miss on these horses. You will have to calm them down if you want to loot them. But like I say, they're a bit hit and miss, but you do get some good provisions and some money out of them sometimes. So at your camp, you can go into the equipment and unlock a fast travel, the butcher table to unlock the trading with crypts. You get a stew pot, the wagons, also a weapons locker and a large campfire. If you go into your tents, the bigger the tent, the better cores you're gonna get whilst resting at camp, the faster they're gonna improve. So if you sit down at your campfire, your cores will go up, and the bigger tent you have, the quicker they will fill up. But another way to gain gold cores is to eat out of the stew pot. You can have custom recipes to get all gold cores, and they last quite a long time, unless of course you were shot or something like this. That will drain them a lot more. You will also unlock daily challenges, so eating from the stew pot sometimes can unlock some daily challenges, and it's a great way of earning gold, this, especially if you get a good daily challenge streak. You will earn like half a gold bar each daily challenge if you get on the maximum one, which is the 28-day ones. You can dive with your character if you've got a gun in your hand and aim your weapon. You just want to hit the square button and it will dive. If you want to dive in a certain location whilst aiming and hitting the square, you have to move your left stick in that direction. If you lost items and you want to find them in like this, so the jawbone knife and the hunting knife is in the same slot, you just have to hit the D-pad to toggle left or right to find them. And I had a problem where I still couldn't find them, and I've helped a lot of players out on this one on a separate video. If you want to find them, then you can run to your horse, and sometimes this activates them a bit more, so you can toggle away and find the items that you've lost, such as the jawbone knife and the hunter hatchet. You can also change your hats and your different clothing types that you've saved onto your horse, but you will have to go into your wardrobe and save them to your horse. This is the one I missed out, hitching your horse to a tree. Also, if the tree's in front of you, you can just hitch your horse with triangle and it will hitch to the tree if you hold triangle next to a tree. But like I mentioned on the NPC horse, if you look at the ground, you can hitch your horse to the ground, just hold triangle down. You can also go into this menu of your horse to feed him or even brush him, and this will give you better stats on your horse. It will replenish them. It's like cleaning your gun. and also it improves your bond with your horse. So here from the wardrobe you can just change your different clothing items. If you haven't unlocked a wagon yet, you can still carry 2 or 3 carcasses without even owning a wagon. If you have just your horse, then you can carry 2. And if you have an NPC horse, what you want to do, if this is your NPC horse, you want a carcass on it and drag another carcass with your lasso, that's 2. And if you throw one on your own horse and get that to follow you, that's 3 carcasses to donate to crypts or sell to the butcher. And while you're at your camp, you can go into your lockbox and pay off bounties, or even collect your ammo that you've bought from your catalogue, or stuff that Rockstar has gifted you. You can just hold down square to collect it all, or toggle through and collect it separately with X. These wagons are lootable. All you have to do is shoot the lockbox on the back of this one, and there are some valuables inside. But I'll suggest you either hog tie the NPC off first, and then you can stop the horses, and then you can obviously take the goods from the back of it. This is another great NPC wagon to look out for because it has a lockbox and a chest on it, and we love the chest, and inside is some good loot. So what you want to do is just hog tie the man that's on it, take out any witnesses like I never did, and then just loot it. You can find like cigar, some tonics, silver pocket watch, and some provisions. It's a good little wagon to hunt down, not a lot of people know, and also you'll just get some free items. So keep a lookout for this wagon if you see it in the wilderness. So another tip is you can loot a lot of NPCs, and you can find them over at Thieves Landing. What you can do is run up to them, kill them, and then just go around and loot them. You will get a good bit of money for killing them, and as you can see I'm getting a good bit of money, and I'm getting pocket watches off of them. They also spawn gold teeth as well, and on the mini map in Thieves Landing you can see is the fence, so I can just sell all these items to them. Another great NPC killing spawn is over at Butcher Creek. You would get a good amount of flowers that you could sell to the doctor like I earlier mentioned to get your rewards, or you can just, they used to spawn a good bit of moonshine. I'm not sure if that's been patched now because I've not got a lot lately. The only downside is it will give you negative honour. So they're my tips and trick. One bonus one is don't fast travel onto train tracks because that's what happened to my horse. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, share with your friends these tips, and also smash that thumbs up and subscribe. It helps the channel massively. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any more content and keep up to date. Check out some of my other helpful videos, tips, tricks, glitches, and also the links in the description so you can join my Discord and other social platforms. Thanks for watching, stay connected, see you on the next one, take care.